I guess I have a point.
How do I go to the next slide? All right.
You're actually controlling the PowerPoint, right?
I am.
Okay. So, who here is their first time dealing with camp cards? Anybody? You. All right. So for the rest of you, what is a camp card? Anybody? Anybody?
Camp card is a way for our units to make money.
There we go. That was Paul, right?
That was, Corey. Do I get a prize?
Yeah.
You gotta come up and pick it up.
Yeah. Meet me at council. I'll give it to you. All right. So camp cards are basically coupon books from when we were kids. It's a card that you can sell that has a bunch of discounts on the front that can break off. Those are one-time use, and then everything on the back is multi-use. Pretty simple. Next. Fast facts. Camp cards cost $10 to sell them. Your unit gets to keep half of that, $5 for each one sold. The other $5 comes back to council, and the sale's going to go on from March 1st to June 12th. Everything has to be turned in, money, returns, prize slips by June 12th. Some of you that have been around a while realize that the golf thing is on the 11th, and Scout Night at the Tides is on the 12th. So probably not going to be waiting until the 12th to turn stuff in. Might want to get it done a little before that. Next. All right, camp cards save your family's money. So basically, if you sell 4 cards, you've paid for Scout Night with the Tides. Sell another one, and you've paid for Scout Night and a camping voucher. You're doing it for Cubs. You want to come to day camp, sell 29 cards, day camp's paid for. It's a real easy way to fund upcoming camping events, and also you can get funding for your blue and gold, court of honors, and whatever else you need it for. Where can I sell the cards? You set up a sales booth, sell them at work, at church, sporting events, school events, PTA things, go door to door, anywhere that you can think of. I've had great success selling them walking around the parking lot at a Harris Teeter because there's a $10 Harris Teeter coupon on there. So they give you $10, they save $10 in the store. So pretty easy way to sell them. Important dates. This trading is an important date. I'm glad to have you all here. This is where you can get the training and pick up and sign out cards. March 1st, like we talked about, the sale begins. 31st, your camp card contracts are due to the DEs. And then on the 12th, like we talked about earlier, the sale's over. Got to have everything turned in, money, unsold cards, and prize sheet turned into your DE or Christie, but preferably your DE. So these are all the documents we're going to have online after tonight. We're going to have the camp card guide, which is just a bunch of, I think we handed them out, right? Is that what? Yeah, we handed them out.
Everybody have one that needs one?
There's going to be some unit and youth sales flyers on there, copies of the contract, and then there's some good spreadsheets if you need a way to help you track who you're giving cards to, who sold cards, who's turned money in, all those things. There's also going to be a copy of this trading and the slideshow on there as well. Incentives. Why does your Cub Scout or Boy Scout or true BSA member want to sell camp cards besides just to help them pay for camp so they don't have to ask mom and dad for money? They get a patch. Sell 10 cards, you get a patch. Everybody likes patches. I like patches. Sell 25, you get the patch and the movie ticket. Sell 50, you get a $25 Amazon gift card. 75, you get another one. 100, you get a $50 Amazon gift card, and then every 25 camp cards you sell over 100 camp cards, not over $100, over 100 camp cards is another $25 Amazon gift card. You have to have everything turned in on or before June 12th to receive prizes. If you don't have it turned in, you're not going to get your prizes. Very important. Best practices. It's a great opportunity for you guys to teach your youth how to excel in public speaking, how to be a good salesman, how to give service and how to be courteous to people, even if they're not necessarily doing what you want them to do. Just like popcorn sales, we always make sure you want to practice it beforehand, let them go through a script with you so that they have the tools they need to go out and give the sale pitch. They should wear their uniforms while selling. They should always say thank you. Even if it's somebody says, no, I'm not going to buy one of those. That's not what I need right now. All right. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Have a great day. Ensure the families understand that they're not just selling camp cards. They're selling the benefits of scouting. They're selling the program. It's a great way to get people to invest into the program that have not done so previously. These door-to-door sales and sales booths, you get a lot of touch points with people that aren't exposed to scouting on a daily basis. So, emphasize that every card sold helps the scout go to camp, and camp card sales could help with some of the requirements towards the salesmanship merit badge. So if your scouts are working on that, it's a good opportunity for them to knock out some of those requirements. 100% agree with this one. I think this was one of the most important is your unit has to have a camp chair. That's probably the people that are sitting here right now. But if that's not you and you're just here representing your unit, you need to pick a camp card chair for your unit. They're going to be the ones that take this training, keep track of their unit's cards, keep track of the money, and make sure that everything's paid and returned on time. Safety and courtesy, sorry. So yeah, got to make sure our kids are safe. Can't have them out there just selling stuff on their own. Got to have a buddy. Got to have an adult with them. Make sure they know they can never go into another person's house. Make sure they don't sell after dark unless they're with an adult. They're not carrying around all the cash. They've sold 100 camp cards today. They got $1,000 in their pocket. Bad idea, right? Staying on the sidewalks and driveways, crossing at crosswalks and not just randomly in the middle of the road. Careful of dogs. Just because you like dogs doesn't mean all dogs like you. Very important. And again, saying thank you whether or not the prospect buys a camp card. Always being courteous, always being grateful for their time. Easy as 1, 2, 3 to start. 1, you're doing it right now, you're learning about the camp card sale. Easy, right? 2, you got to sign up to get camp cards. You've all got contracts. You can sign up tonight and give it to your DE if they're here, or give it to Christy if they're not. And if you don't get it filled out tonight and you need to email it in, email it to Christy. Or they can email it to their DE too, right?
Well, they're really not going to email it because they need the card.
Oh yeah, they gotta have to check them out. So yeah. And then get your cards. Pick up your cards here. And if you need more of them, you can get them at round tables or working with your DEs to get them checked out. Get a time to come up here and meet them and get more. And then you're ready to get started. Camp card chairs. So I'm the Bayside camp card chair. My email is there and it'll be on the website in this training after we're done here. Looks like is Mary the?
She's a DE. They don't have a camp card.
They don't have a camp card chair. I was like, that's weird. Why is she? All right. So Mary is the DE/camp card chair. Kathy Rates for Princess Anne, and then Three Rivers is Tammy and Clark Walters. And all this contact information will be on the website in this slideshow after we're done here. And then contacts, council product sales chair. Once again, I don't know what that is, but that's Tammy and Clark Walters again. And then Christy's the development director. And then your D's, you should know who those people are by now, I would hope. The coolest thing about this sale is that there's no risk. Well, there's very little risk because somebody could break into your car and steal all your camp cards and then you got to pay for them. But other than that, if you don't sell a camp card, you just bring it back. It's not like popcorn where you got to try and sell it all. And you're only allowed to bring back a certain part of it. Take as many cards as you think you need. And if you've got some left over at the end, just bring it back and you're not going to get charged for them. Real easy, very low risk. You get a better return on your sales than popcorn. You get $5 per card, which is 50%. And then the breakaways on these things typically are $10, worth $10 or more for each of the breakaways. So it pays for itself. It's really, really easy to sell these things. And then here we got the back of the camp cards. I think these are last year still.
Oh, yeah, that is.
That is last year.
Yeah.
Apologies.
So these are last year's, but you can see where it's got like the break offs. And there's 2 on each one here. And then these are the repeatable ones in the middle there. That's it. One thing about this year, the camp cards that we used to have had the website on the front with the code where you could go on there and get the discounts for nationwide discounts. We're not doing that anymore. We weren't getting a very high return rate on those. Not a lot of people were even looking at the discounts, and it was costing us a lot more money to get the cards. So we weren't making as much money in the units and as council. So we went with a different company that'll give us a better return on our investment. So,
How many items are included in the camp card?
so I can walk back here. Grab one of these.
Yep. There are 6 break-offs on both cards.
Yeah, there's 6 breakoffs, and then the back has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one has 10, and this one is, I think this is the Virginia one. Yeah, this is the Virginia one. The Virginia one has 10 different repeatable ones, including everybody's favorite free Junior Frosty. That pays for itself right there when you go to Wendy's all the time like I do. So
Get that every day on the way home. from work.
Yep. Buy a 4-piece chicken nuggets and a Junior Frosty. It's awesome.
Some kids.
Awesome. Yeah. Leave the kids at home.
So what I understand from this is that the milkshake does in fact bring all the people to the cards.
It's
Oh,
bring
snap.
all the boys see cards. Yes, absolutely.
My milkshake brings all the people to the cards. Okay, tracking. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Are there discounts on milkshakes on these cards?
Frosty.
It's the free
I
Junior
just-
Frosty at Wendy's.
Corey, my Bob White, you know I was just being facetious. I love you, man.
Yeah.
But that's repeatable.
Yeah, that's a repeatable one. That's one of the 10 that are repeatable in back of the Virginia card. Like I said, it's got the $5, so it's $5 off at Harris Teeter this year, 10% off at Perdido. Yeah, Perdido.
It's interesting.
Yep. Nothing Bundt cakes. That's one of my favorites too. Love going there.
Are gifts for you guys coming out here?
Do we have any questions at all? Is anybody here from North Carolina?
I got one question real quick. Hi, Jared from Princess Anne, Pack 405, Troop 757, because I don't know how to say no. Remind me again real quick, what was the start date for this March? You said March something.
March 1st.
Okay, March 1st. And then so since we're not there tonight, then the next roundtable we can press forward with grabbing
Your
cards
DE
and
should
whatnot.
have cards available at the next roundtable. Yes.
Talk to Pam. So I had to say thank you.
And generally, if you call or text your DE, we're generally willing to meet you here and do
I think
it.
Tiffany had a question.
No, you were asking if there was somebody for North Carolina. You have 2 troops. 5505 girls troop, and then you got troop 150 is up here as well. We're both from North Carolina.
Oh, very good.
Awesome.
Hey, drive safe on the way home.
Oh, no, she's in North Carolina. Magic Zoo.
Anybody else got any questions?
Yes,
We got some
somebody
time.
asked in the chat. There is a North Carolina card as well as a Virginia.
Yeah, there's 2 different cards again this year.
You're welcome to check out some of both if you choose to. They are completely different cards.
If you are not Albemarle though, let John, probably exclusively gonna be John, know to bring North Carolina cards to Roundtable if you want them.
And every camp card chair, 1 per unit, will get a free camp card as a thank you for helping us facilitate this. Everybody got one in the room tonight, but as they check them out at roundtables, they'll get 1 free one for the camp card chair.
So we can get our milkshakes. Facts.
We know your yard is got a nice patio and everything, so people want to come out.
Hey, so I'm gonna tell you just a quick little story about how selling camp cards can make a life impact on a young person. So, I joined scouting when I was 10 and a half years old on the west side of Charlotte, and my scout gear was my dad's old hand-me-down TA-50 gear, which, you know, old military sleeping bag and whatever hodgepodge stuff he had. Back then they did what was called a scout show. And basically every unit in a council came out to Metrolina Fairgrounds and they did either a static display or built a gateway or a trebuchet or a monkey bridge or whatever. And you would sell these tickets for the scout show, and they were just a sheet of paper with like a pizza coupon on the back. And the tickets were $3, and I think you got $1 off a pizza. But if you sold enough of them, you got scout gear. And so I earned my first year selling scout show tickets enough to get a plum hatchet. And, you know, I'm like 10 and a half, 11 years old. That plum hatchet was, you know, I set my sights on getting that hatchet. And so I went around the neighborhood. I was a latchkey kid and I sold tickets. Now, that's probably not something we teach these days, but I learned how to accept no. And I knew that if I knocked on enough doors, I'd get a yes. And the next year that I sold scout show tickets, I earned an external framed backpack. Those are pieces of scout gear that I still have today. They are wore out, but I still have them. And so I say this to say to you that that experience at that age built the ability to be a salesperson, somebody that can formulate a sales pitch, that can read the demeanor of the person that they are trying to sell to, and be able to cater that sales pitch in an effort to get a yes. But then if you get a no, be able to accept that no and move on in a polite way to the next house, because you don't know what the next house may bring. So when you're teaching this to about how to make a sales pitch or how, you know, to buy a camp card, there is a lot of skills being learned right there from that young person. You know, back then it was cash only. So, you know, the tickets were $3 a piece. I was having to keep up with all the cash. You know, hey, I don't have cash, come back later, keep up with that house, come back later, you know. And so I would just tell you that there's a lot of skill set that's learned here in addition to helping defer the cost for a family to be able to go camping. And camping's expensive. What was it, 460, what's it cost to go to Pisco for a week-long summer camp?
445.
Yeah.
445.
All right.
It can be expensive. And so, you know, we do this fundraiser not because the council nets a lot of money off of this. I think the council netted $8,000 last year. 6, what do you think?
It was about 11.
11. So the council netted $11,000. And so we don't get a true 50% on our side. You guys get a true 50%. We have to buy the cards. We have to go hunt down the coupons. We have to, and we got some volunteers that help with that. We got to get the typesetting right, the offer right, do the prizes. And you got professionals right here, you know, trying to help give leadership to this effort. So, I mean, there's some costs on our side. We try to do product sales that are going to give high commissions back to our units, because we believe that by giving that commission to your unit, you're going to help us provide a quality program that's going to retain these youth longer into this program, in a program that teaches leadership and responsibility and respect and all the great things that are in scout law, right? And so we appreciate you coming here this evening and taking on this product sale. This one is small in comparison to what we do in popcorn, but this sale does not have all the demands of keeping all that product in your house and car and keeping it from melting and all of that. And is in a springtime right before these big expenses for going to camp. So hats off to you guys helping provide this as a means to help families cut the cost of scouting. Because if you don't believe that families don't leave because of it costs money, you're wrong. There are families out there that are the have-nots, and trying to do this program is tough. And if we don't make it easy for them to try and offset the cost of doing this, then we're doing them a disservice. And if we don't give a young person the chance to be able to do a sales pitch and learn how to deal with rejection, as well as that customer who basically is the epitome of what you would want a customer to be to a young salesman. How many of y'all have sold camp cards with a scout before? How many of y'all had a customer that just went above and beyond, bought a ton of camp cards and was very polite and gave that young person a great experience? I've been there, I've seen it. So again, hats off. I don't want to talk too much because I love this program and I can over talk, but thank you for being here. And if you have any questions, we'd love to help you with that. Thanks, Corey.
Absolutely. You love to talk, David?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sometimes you can talk them into biting.
Absolutely.
If you keep them at the doorway long enough,
They'll pay you just to leave.
they will be like, all right, kid, I'm buying one, go to the next house.
Hey, everybody, Jared again. Something that we figured out last year, Matt Zorn and I, when we were doing some camp card sales, sometimes you'll get folks that don't want the card and they just will give 10 or 20 bucks. That's the thing sometimes. But for your units, for your scouts and their parents, even if they don't reach the level of paying for camp, that money that they get, the $5 that goes to that scout per card, they can. I mean, what we did last year is that we had some scouts that didn't necessarily weren't able to get enough to raise funds for camp, but that goes to their dues. That goes to whatever. So if you have some of those parents or younger scouts that are a little reticent on, well, I'm not going to get enough for camping. Well, but every card you sell is some dues you don't have to pay or stuff like that. So that's another little avenue to kind of just get as much involvement as possible.
If you're in a household, my mom was a Harris Teeter shopper when I grew up. I mean, that was her store. So
I got a
if
Harris Teeter around the corner. I'm going there this year.
if you're a Harris Teeter shopper, my mom would have bought 5 or 6 of these because she knew she was going to be getting her money back every time she checked out at the grocery store. So the diehard Harris Teeter folks are making a great donation and getting a high return on their.
And you ain't going into Harris Teeter and not spending $75.
That's true.
Those are rookie numbers. You need to up those numbers, bud.
I was gonna say, if you have a high school kid or a college, one of the college kids from around here, it pays for them to have that. I bought $100 worth, and I break them up among my son's friends and that were in college over at ODU and PCC, and they made out real well in the past with them. But even this, kids at TCC is right down the street on Cedar Road where this burrito is.
Yeah.
And they've got a couple of Wendy's along the way. I mean, they make out when they want to stop and get something to eat after school.
They also make good teacher appreciation gifts at the end of the school year.
So I threw, the North Carolina people were asking, so I threw
Yeah.
that up a minute ago, and this is just the Virginia card for the online people to be able to kind of see what we're looking at right in front of us.
Hey, Corey, I got a serious question for you.
What's up?
So you might have said this earlier when I was a little bit distracted. Are the cards reusable? So like that $10 Harris Teeter, can you reuse it multiple times?
No, the break-offs can only be used once, but the things on
Okay,
the
the
back,
break offs are only used once. Okay.
things on the back of the card can be used multiple times.
And did you mention, and you did mention the stuff that there's also online stuff, right?
Well, so not this year. Yeah, you were definitely distracted. When you
Yeah,
come to
I was
credit
hoping
card, you're not going to pay attention, Paul.
Oh, that's why I was asking the questions.
Yeah.
Okay. I was hoping my son
Yeah, I'm
changes
just messing with
hamster
you.
cage.
So we went away from the company that did the online discounts because
Okay.
we did some investigating and realized only like 3% of the cards that we sold actually got redeemed online. So and it was a higher cost to get those cards, so we went away from those.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
And you know what? I'm going to do something special with all of mine, Corey. Everybody that buys a card gets a unicorn sticker.
Nice, I like it.
I'm buying
Yeah,
100 cards just for that reason.
You know what? I'll give you 100 unicorn stickers just to get them out of my house.
Hook me up, Paul. I can use those.
I have a 7-year-old daughter, so no, that ain't gonna happen. But thanks.
Any other questions, comments, concerns, anything?
Remember it.
Hey, Corey, I know I joke around a lot on this, but thank you for stepping up and leading it, man. Good job.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Oh yeah, there's lots of pizza.